Hi, welcome. My name is Hubert, Team Libra LURES. I invite you to watch another video about lures from the Trout series. Let's get started. The star of today's episode will be a lure that has caused quite a stir at Troutera-type trout fishing spots, but especially in wild streams. It is the fatty. The war tournament. As you probably know, we already have the regular fatty de war in our offer, which very well mimics a thick earthworm, a piece of bait that really tempts even the most cautious trout to bite. Here we have the fatty de war tournament, which is a slimmer version of the regular fatty, but we have also added a few improvements. You will learn all about this in this video. Let's start by talking about what these lures have in common. They are found in the joints well known to you, like this one. You will find as many as 12 of our lures. The fatty de war tournament measures 55 mm. It was created with competitive trout fishing in mind, but it performs especially well during regular trips to the water with a fishing rod, so that you can effectively catch trout. These lures are made from floating material. Thanks to this, you can use a wide range of rigging here, whether it's a jig head, tungsten head, side rig or drop shot, Ned rig, everything according to your preference. Most often, we fish these baits with a regular wolfram head plus a barbless hook, because this is required by the fishing grounds where we fish. You will see all of this in a moment, how I usually rig this lure. But now let's move on to how it actually looks. And here we have the fatty deworm and fatty deworm tournament. At first glance, there aren't any major differences, but the fatty deworm tournament is slimmer in the middle section and has more pronounced ridges along its body, which makes it so that using the same weight, it will sink to the bottom faster. Additionally, it is also shorter by 1 centimeter. This also makes a difference, because remember, we have a buoyant material here. In the case of the fatty tournament, I use these tungsten heads on hooks, most often fly hooks, barbless, which is the most important. And relatively it is with a narrow bend shank. This hook is not wide, which makes this lure not only present better, but also hook better. The fish will latch onto it better. And we very carefully pierce such an enticing and attractive lure from the side where we have a distinctly marked larger stripe, which clearly indicates that this is the precise place to carefully pierce the hook. And we really already have the lure ready for remote fishing. When we see that we want to change something, without any problem, I will now take an almost equally long hook without any problem. Such a lure I can arm a second time. Because the Libra Lures material is very durable, resistant to mechanical damage, thanks to this, not only can we re-rig such a lure in any way we want, however, it is possible for us to catch multiple fish using just a single piece of rubber, which is quite efficient and effective for fishing in various conditions. In a moment, we'll see how it looks in the water, but in this case, we can use a similar technique that you probably saw during the film with the regular fatty. So we can fish with this little half, although I usually do something like this. I take a shorter hook. We'll return to the first one. I take a shorter hook and pierce it from the side that was split, using the part of the tail. Why? It is nicely narrowed at the place where the head is, and the second one on the right is like this. That little tail does the job then And in the case of the fatty Dewana tournament, we can use a similar technique as with the regular fatty, which involves overloading this lure to also fish for perch. We can easily attach a tungsten head here, such as a lead one as well, or even a jig head, for example. It can even weigh 5 to 6 grams. There's no major issue, and we can strongly tap the bottom to effectively catch perch or other fish. And now let's see how this lure behaves in the water. And from this point, I would like to thank you for watching this material. I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, which I also run for you, and also leave a subscription on this YouTube channel. See you in the next video.